Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I've built a family home, and that family home started out as a fall build because it is September. At the time I'm recording this, the first day of fall is just a couple weeks away, but by the time I post this, it's only going to be like a few days away, at least for the northern hemisphere. And I was going to make a house that was decorated for fall using only base game and seasons. But then when I got inside, I remembered all the cute winter decorations, and then it kind of turned into an every room is a different holiday slash season build. So the outside is very fall, but the inside is every other holiday under the sun. Also, this build was originally going to be a modern house, but I wanted to use more seasons things, and the style for this pack was very craftsman, and you don't normally see craftsman windows on a modern box. So this build went through many phases and went through many colors on the outside. There was a lot of floor plans, which is why I kind of skipped the floor plan process in this build. And the downstairs wasn't really the problem for me. It was more so the upstairs, because I could have placed the stairs anywhere and it would have been fine for the downstairs. However, the upstairs, because of how the space is like orientated and how it's shaped, it was a bit difficult, because I knew I wanted to have at least 2 bedrooms and at minimum 1 bathroom. If I could squeeze a second bathroom in, that would have been great. So it took me a lot of iterations to get to where I got it to, and thankfully I managed to fit 2 bedrooms, and I did manage to get 2 full bathrooms upstairs, which was really nice. But as you can see, this is the final color scheme for the house. I picked an orange siding along with the seasoned stone. And then I just go for a base game wooden floor because that is the only type of wooden floor we have. Seasons didn't really come with a wooden floor. And here you can see I'm doing the final floor plan for the house, which is I put the stairs in this back corner because I did end up expanding the back of the house because I needed more room to put the stairs, because just no matter what I did, the floor plan just wasn't working out the way I wanted it to. And this is basically what it is. It's just going to be 2 bathrooms over here, this one right here by the stairs, which is the main bathroom, and then you have the ensuite, which is next to the small kids bedroom, and then the master bedroom off to the right. And then I'm just going to open up the stairs here because we had that awkward space by the bathroom. But yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like. I use a lot of brown in this house because, again, I was going for a fall aesthetic, so it's a lot of dark colors. You'll see the wallpaper choice that I had downstairs. It's going to be it was all brown, and then as I was looking at it, I realized that it needed more color, so I will be changing it to green. Before we get to that, we are going to be doing the landscaping outside. And I kind of wanted the landscaping to complement the color of the house, so I used the complementary color, which was blue. And I chose these dark blue flowers, and then I put some white flower bushes because they kind of matched the low-lying flowers, so it looked like it had a bit more elevation to it. And I just add some of these trees. And then I kind of went in and started to go all out with some fall and Halloween decorations. I get out a lot of pumpkins. I use the branch wreaths with the acorn dangling from them. I use a lot of fall colors to really drive home the fall feel, which it's not really feeling like fall right now where I am. I mean, today is gorgeous outside, but it's not going to last because it is in fact going to get hot again. But I do think the house came out and it looks really cute, looks really cozy. I go through a lot of different decorations because seasons did come with a lot of different types of decorations. I also used the free holiday pack as well. That one came more with like Christmassy winter decorations, which we'll see inside the house. But here I am just copying the landscaping from the front. I'm using the same bushes and things back here. But the only place that I really had trouble decorating was the back porch back here. I had already kind of put a lot of stuff in the yard. Specifically, I got out Patchy. There's these 2 garden boxes. And then I got out a swing set because swings were introduced with the Seasons pack. So I wanted to add a swing set. So I didn't quite know what to put on the porch. Um, I put a grill back there, and then I was thinking about putting like a dining table or something on the back porch, but there just wasn't a lot of space. So I just opted not to put one. There is the dining room is literally like right off of the porch when you come in through the back door, so I didn't think that there was a problem there. But yeah, that was like really the only space that I had problems decorating. But we're up here on the front porch first. I got a couch, I got a plant, and then I start putting some of these carved pumpkins, which that's one of the things that I didn't include in this house, and I kind of wish I did, was the pumpkin carving station. Your Sims can carve their own pumpkins. Those are not the carvable pumpkins, those are just like the decorations. But if you go into the debug menu, you can get out some of the carved pumpkins that your Sims can make. I made the mistake of leaving my carved pumpkins out after fall was over, because if you leave them out, they just immediately turn to mush, um, which is realistic because carved pumpkins don't normally last that long. I don't understand why people carve their pumpkins so early, because then they just get really gross by the time Halloween rolls around. But to each their own, I guess. But that's pretty much the front porch, and then we're going to be moving on into the back here. I put the flower arranging table because this was another thing that came with Seasons. Seasons came with so many good items and so many good skills and stuff. Flower arranging is a really cool thing that you can do. You can just grow your own flowers and make arrangements, or if you don't want to grow your own flowers, you can spend simoleons to just make the flower arrangements without growing the flowers if you don't want to, because gardening is kind of bugged right now. I mean, I've been using it and it's been kind of fine for me, but I know that for some people they've been having a little trouble with the plants. So there's that option as well. And then there's just a little seating area out here because, again, I didn't really know what to put on the porch. I was kind of at a loss for decorations. So I just hang some aprons, and then I hang this cute little orange sign up here because it was orange and that was kind of the theme. The colors back here are kind of a mess a little bit, kind of chaotic, but this entire build in itself is chaotic. But here we are moving on into the kitchen, living, and dining space. I was originally, like I said, going to make this all fall. So as you can see, it is colored like it's for fall. There's this peachy, reddy orange color for the wallpaper, and then there's the brown color. And I'm going to be picking out a dining table here. I was going to use the big Seasons one, but with the layout that I had, I just didn't want the table to block the front door, and also I didn't want it to block that nook because I had a specific idea for that nook in mind. But then that idea went out the window when I pulled out a specific chandelier here. In a second, it's going to be the one that has the leaves on it from the holiday pack. This one, I hung it over the table, and I was like, that is giving Christmassy, wintry vibes. So this is where I start to realize that maybe I should make everything Christmas themed. So I'm originally going to pull out the Seasons curtains. I'm going to mess around with these colors quite a bit. I make them the fall colors. And then I quickly decide that maybe I should make them blue for the Christmas theme. And then I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll do the gold leaf ones because those are a bit fancy, a bit holiday. And then I leave those up for a little bit because then I change the entire room to brown, which makes the room feel very, very dark. And it's what bothers me the entire time I'm building down here, and I don't fully make the connection that it's the wallpaper that's throwing me off in this room until I go to move upstairs. And that's when I change the color. I change it to a pastel green, and that kind of just brings the whole space together. You'll see it in the end of the screenshots because I don't show that part in the build because it just took me a while because I was standing here staring at this room for a long time trying to figure out what was wrong with it, other than the fact that it's just a big chaotic mess of Christmas and winter decorations. But here on the fake fireplace, I put the holly leaves, I put the mason jars with the trees. I did actually originally have a real fireplace there, but it looked weird next to the kitchen because the kitchen originally wasn't over there. It was in that nook. But the nook space, like, it was too small, the kitchen in that area. So I needed to move it because it looked like it was just out of place there. So I moved it out of the way because I didn't feel like there was enough room for the living space if I put that there. So the kitchen now went in that corner back there. So I just used a fake fireplace and I think it looks fine. And this is where I changed all the curtains over to those green fabrics with the ribbons and the stars, and I put the holly archway garlands above the doors, and your Sims walk through those just fine. There's no issues. And then I pull out the decorative Christmas tree, the one that your Sims can decorate themselves, and that's always the Christmas tree that I have trouble finding. I can never find it when I want to use it, so I end up always just having to look for tree in the items menu. And then here I am starting to pull out like all the other Christmas decorations. But along with Christmas, I also get out some Hanukkah decorations as well. I get out a menorah and some dreidel garland. And then I also pull out some Diwali candles on the table as well. And there are some few other like generic winter decorations like the cards and things. But this is very much, as I've been saying, a very chaotic holiday house. And normally when a house like this is built, you'll see the simmer up on screen spinning a wheel, and they'll get like a random holiday or something to decorate the room. But I was just going off of what I thought worked best in the area. And I think in this house I got almost every single holiday covered. At least the ones that came with either items or swatches on the season's items. This house is probably not one anyone will want to play in, but I did upload it if you would like to play in it. It's kind of just a fun and silly build I did, which compared to what I built a couple days ago, this doesn't even come close to the chaos that I created. Because the build I created a few days ago is just, it's really out there. It's kind of wild. That build's probably going to go up on my channel in like a couple weeks after this one's been posted. But here we are pulling out this hutch from Seasons, and I will be decorating it with all the Hanukkah stuff. I get out the branch menorah because I originally didn't see the other menorah in here because I think it's for like like part of the activities one, but I thought this one looked really fancy. And then here's the Diwali candles. I said I make them green and I put them on the dining table. I also put some holiday crackers on the table as well because I also found those looking for some decorations. But I put some more holly over here, but this one has like the snowy frosted tips. These are the Hanukkah cards. The family that I moved into this house, I don't exactly know what holiday they celebrate. I don't know if they're a family that just celebrates all holidays because they're very holiday crazy. They love to buy decorations. They love any reason to decorate their house. So maybe that's a thing. But I get out this, I believe this is a tree we got for the Lunar New Year a few years back. I put it in that swatch, and I actually put a lot of those Lunar New Year decorations around, specifically the little envelopes. I think I put those on the desk upstairs. But here I am picking out the living room furniture, and this is where I start to feel like the house is maybe just a little too brown. So this is where I start to get the feeling that something just doesn't feel right. Like the space feels very closed and like claustrophobic almost. But I'm just continuing to decorate, hoping that maybe the more stuff I put in, the better it'll be. But I use this side table with the tablecloth. I think this is the original swatch that it comes in, so I just leave it in that because it's Christmas winter themed. I sized down this Christmas tree and use it as decoration. The inspiration really for decorating this entire house was my one grandma. She decorates for Christmas the second Thanksgiving is over, and sometimes even before Thanksgiving is over. She gets all the decorations out. She gets her tree out. Everything is decorated, so when you go over there on Thanksgiving, it's like Christmas is slapping you in the face, which I love that energy. But also, it's Thanksgiving. We shouldn't disrespect Thanksgiving in that way, although yikes, Thanksgiving, that's also a controversial holiday if you really think about it. But yeah, the inspiration for all these decorations just comes from my grandma, who has so many Christmas decorations that she's actually trying to pawn some off on me. but I don't have anywhere to put them. So that'll be interesting to see what kind of Christmas decorations I get next year when I have my own place to live, because I plan on absolutely buying a crap ton of Christmas decorations because I'm going to be making some good money. Uh, but as you can see, we have moved upstairs. The paint color downstairs, I did change it. It's now green. There's also more decorations on the wall. I just cut that out because was having a difficult time picking and choosing what decorations I was going to put down there. And we are actually going to be starting in the kids' bedroom upstairs. And this one I decorated for Valentine's Day. I got these heart decals on the wall. I got the heart rug and basically just anything that was pink and had hearts on it. Also, I put the Cupid freezer bunny by the bed, and that made me inspired to do that in every single room. So there are holiday themed freezer bunnies in every single room of the house, even the bathrooms. I think I used a birthday one and a wedding one in the 2 upstairs bathrooms, and downstairs I just used I believe it's just the Christmas themed one. I think it's got like a ribbon wrapped around it, because I made the bathroom Christmas themed because it was downstairs. But here I am, I'm sticking a desk in the corner over here. I imagine that this belonged to like a little girl or a little boy who likes pink. Doesn't really matter what kind of child sim you have in here, but I imagined it was just a little kid. I put some Valentine's Day cards, I put some pink nail polish, and just like your regular like kids room decor, I put some curtains up. And it's just very Valentine's Day-esque. I could have made this the adult bedroom because Valentine's Day, but I thought it would be cuter to make it for a kid's bedroom. I had a different idea for the parents' bedroom, but here I am just trying to find some other decorations to put on here. I think I give this sim like the cheapest PC because there's 2 computers in the house, this one and then there's one going out in the hallway. But here I am finishing up the decorations for this bedroom. I'm just going to be putting the craft table over there so the child can make some of the holiday decorations. I also use this paper bag lamp like a lot in the house because it's got some nice themed colors. And then I just put this open journal here, like maybe the sim is like writing about like their crush and like love notes and stuff to the person that they have a crush on. But we are going to be moving out into the hallway here in a sec. And out in the hallway, I make an office nook. And in the office nook, it is going to be Kwanzaa themed, which this isn't a holiday I know much about. My knowledge of it stems from the couple of Arthur episodes where Muffy and Brain both celebrate Kwanzaa. And yes, I did have to look that up just to make sure that I wasn't making that up. I do not know that off the top of my head. It's been years since I've watched Arthur, but I knew that they did have a couple Kwanzaa episodes, so I wanted to look it up just to make sure. But I was actually quite surprised that there's a lot of Kwanzaa colored decorations and things in this game. It's actually really nice representation. Honestly, this game has come such a long way with its representation since it came out 10 years ago. The Sims turned 10 years old 2 days ago, which yikes to the Sims team. They did not in fact acknowledge the fact that The Sims 4 turned 10. Instead, they just released a laundry list of bug issues on its 10th birthday, and then they did the whole roadmap announcement yesterday and still neglected to talk about the fact that Sims 4 turned 10 years old. But there is also still a lot of work to be done with the representation. Yes, they have come a long way, but there's still so much stuff that still needs to be done. But I'm glad the devs for the game are becoming more socially and culturally aware of things. But we're going to be finishing up the hallway right here. I'm just adding a couple more light switches for realism. I had a painting on the wall over here, which is one that I was going to use downstairs before I came up with the whole holiday idea, and I just put it in the swatch that I was going to use up here. I originally was going to put a reading nook over here. You'll see I put a bookshelf up on the wall right here, and I quickly get rid of it because the wood swatch just didn't match. It was ugly, kind of. Is this bookshelf right here, which I like the fact that they added a wall-mounted bookshelf because it isn't just the like one that came with the base game, but it didn't come in some pretty colors and it didn't match my color scheme, so I got rid of it. But we're finishing up in the hallway now. I'm just going to be adding some lights here that match the greens that I have going on with the Kwanzaa decorations, and we're going to be moving on into the very last bedroom, which is the master bedroom, and it is New Year's Eve themed. I used a lot of black and gold decorations in here. I actually really liked the wall next to the bathroom door because I use this balloon decal that comes in like black and white, and it's got like music notes and stuff on it. And then I hang some of the paper like shape streamers, and then I put a banner over there as well, and it just looks like a nice photo op spot, which is kind of funny because it's in the bedroom. But unfortunately, I do rearrange it later off camera when I decide that I need to put a window over there, because from the outside, that spot on the house just looks really odd and blank. So I do rearrange it later. I also put a couch over there as well because it was kind of looking a little empty and like it needed something else. I do put the New Year's Eve freezer bunny above the bed. I also even add a big screen TV because your Sims will want to watch the New Year's countdown somehow. I also think it's funny how the living room TV is tiny, but the parents have this massive TV in their room. I promise you I didn't do it on purpose. It's just the small TV down there allowed me to put more decorations on the table, which is the same thing I'm doing right now in the master bedroom. Is I'm putting the big screen TV and then I'm putting a table underneath where I can put some more like New Year's Eve type of decorations. I think I put cards and some clothes over there and stuff. I did have a mirror, but then I remembered that I had a mirror on the wall over here, so I didn't really need another one, which I really love this mirror from Seasons, but it's so high up on the wall. Like the only way you can reposition it is if you destroy the wall and like move it down, and I just did not feel like doing that. But as you can see, I put the couch over here next to the plant. I just moved the bathroom door slightly. I hung some cards up above the TV, but we're basically at the end of the video. This is up on my gallery if you for some reason want to play in this build, or if you just want the house and you want to change it however you would like to, be my guest. But just look up my ID, which is Lissa Marie 23. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!